Hello students, welcome to today's session. Today we are going to start operators. So what are operators? So operator is a symbol, okay? Operator is a symbol which allows you to perform some kind of arithmetic operation or a logical operation, okay? An arithmetic operation can be something like 5 plus 2. Okay, this is an example of an arithmetic expression. And if I write 5 is greater than 2, this is an example of a logical expression. Okay, now both these examples show you the different kind of expressions. This is an arithmetic expression and this one is a relational expression. Okay, this is arithmetic because we have used the plus symbol here, and the plus denotes an arithmetic operation, whereas this greater than symbol denotes a logical expression or operation. Okay, so it denotes that 5 is greater than 2, isn't it? This is something logical, okay, that 5 is greater than 2. That is why the operator used here is a logical operator and it is known as a logical expression, whereas this is an arithmetic expression. Now for the sake of example, I have shown you plus and greater than. This one belonging to the arithmetic category and this one belonging to the logical category. So there are many different kind of categories, and within each category there are different kind of operators. But the point is you should understand what are operators now. Okay, so when I say 5 plus 2 or 5 is greater than 2, so which one is the operator here? Plus is the operator. And what about 5 and 2? 5 and 2 are the operands. Okay, similarly here greater than is the operator, and 5 and 2, they are the operands. Okay, so operator always requires operands. So what is operand? Operand is that part of the expression upon which the operator is performing some kind of action, isn't it? So let's look at this example. We have got here pay amount equals total amount minus discount. Okay, now how many kind of operators are used here? There are two operators. One is this assignment operator. Equal to is known as assignment operator. Okay, so here we have got the assignment operator and here we have got the minus operator. So for this minus operator, we have got two operands. One is total amount and the other one is discount. Okay, so let's assume the value of total amount is 5 and the value of discount is 3. So the sub expression here is 5 minus 3. So 5 minus 3 is 2, right? 5 minus 3 is 2. Now let's look at this operator. So this assignment operator also has got two operands. One is this pay amount, which is a variable, and this operand here 2, which is an integer kind of literal, isn't it? An integer literal. So finally this integer literal will be assigned to the variable pay amount. Okay, so this whole thing forms an expression, and we can say that this total amount minus discount is a sub expression, means expression within an expression. So that is what is meant by the use of variables or literals in an expression with the help of operators. So how many kinds of operators are there? Well, there are three kinds of operators: unary, binary, and ternary. So unary operator uses only one operand. So unary operators are those operators which use only one operand. In the previous example, when I told you 5 plus 2, so this particular operator requires two operands here, right? So there are two operands. So this is why this in this case this plus will be known as a binary operator. Similarly, there are some operands which require just one operator. Sorry, just one operand. Okay, so when there is just one operand required for a particular operator, that is known as an unary operator. Okay, some examples are plus, minus, plus plus, minus minus, and this exclamation which is actually a not operator, logical not. Okay, so these are the examples of unary operators. Now some of you might be confused that this plus and minus they need two operands, isn't it? You cannot perform an arithmetic an addition operation on just a single operand. But let me show you a situation where plus and minus can be used only with a single operand. Okay, if I write int x is equal to plus 5, okay, is this a valid statement? Yes, of course it's valid. We are assigning a positive 5 to the variable x, isn't it? And let's compile it, and as you can see that the class is compiled with no syntax error. That means what you can see, we have used the plus operator, but it's taking only a single operand. Okay, so to denote a positive or negative value, the plus or minus symbols can be used. So this is how plus and minus can be used as a unary and unary operator. Okay, similarly, if I write here minus 25, so now we have made 25 as negative, so this is negative 25. So why is it negative? Because we have put a minus operator here, so the number has become negative. And so again you can see that the minus operator here is just taking a single operand, which is 25, so the number becomes negative. So this is how plus and minus can be used as unary operators as well. And we'll be looking at the other examples like this plus plus minus minus when we shortly ahead. Okay, what are binary operators? Binary operators are those operators which require two operands. For example, 5 plus operator 5 plus 7. In this case it is taking 2 operands, that is why it is known as binary operator. Percentage symbol or the remainder operator. Okay, if I write 6% or modulus, it is known as modulus. Okay, modulus operator, 6 modulus 2. So this modulus operator gives you the remainder. Okay, it gives you the remainder. So the remainder in this case will be 0. Okay, so the remainder operator also requires 2 operands. Similarly, we have got the logical AND. So all these operators are binary operators. What are ternary operators? The final category. Okay, so those operators which require 3 operands, they are known as ternary operator. Okay, so there is only one ternary operator which we'll be looking at, so which is question mark colon. Okay, this is known as ternary operator, and we'll look at it later. We'll see how we can use it. So we are done with the forms of operators, that is unary, binary and ternary. Now let's look at the types of operators. So what are the types? There is arithmetic operator, then we have got relational operator, and then we have logical operators. Okay, arithmetic, relational, logical, then we have assignment operator, then shorthand assignment operator, then we have got increment and decrement operators, then finally we have got this conditional operator. So let's try to understand all these different kind of operators. So arithmetic operators are these. Okay, plus, minus, multiplication, divide and modulus. So I don't think I need to explain much here. Plus, minus, multiplication, division. Okay, so if I write x plus y, and let's assume that x is 13 and y is 2. Okay, that means was 13 plus 2 will be 15. Similarly, 13 minus 2 will be 11. Okay, let's look at this one. 13 modulus 2. 13 modulus 2. So 13 modulus 2 means what? Modulus will give you the remainder. Okay, modulus or remainder. So 13 divided by 2, which will give you 2 6 12, and the remainder is 1. So that is why the result of this expression x modulus y will be 1. Okay, the result of this expression will be 1. Now remember one more point, that whenever you write an expression, okay, there will be a final value, there will be a final result. Okay, the result will be in the form of some kind of literal. Okay, so the literal can be any kind of literal depending upon the expression. In this case, x and y, both of them are storing integers. That's why the result is also an integer. Now in this example, both the operands were variables, right? X plus y, x minus y. For all these operators, the operands are in the form of variables. Okay, so that is perfectly all right. You can have variable, a combination of variable and variables. You can have a combination of variable and literals, or you can have a combination of literals and literals. Okay, so this was a combination of variables and variables. Next we can see this example here, x plus 12, sorry, z plus 12. So z is a variable, whereas 12 is a literal value, isn't it? So if you assume the value of z to be 10, the expression evaluation of this will be 22. Okay, so remember that this z is a variable. And what is a variable? A variable is a container which holds a literal, right? A variable is a container which holds a literal value. So z is storing an integer literal. Okay, so this z will be replaced by, when the program is executing, z will be replaced by 10, because we have assumed that the value, assumed means what? Previously the value of z will be defined something, let's say it was defined as 10. So 10 is assigned into z, that is integer 10 is assigned into this variable z, and whenever you use this z after this line, the z will be replaced by the value. So the value is 10. That means the expression z plus 2 will become 10 plus 12. Okay, so 10 plus 12 will give you 22. So again here we have got variable plus a variable. Remember, variable holds a literal value. So what is the value of x here? X is 12 and y is 8. So 12 plus 8 is 20. Now remember that it is compulsory that the variable should hold some literal value. If I make here two variables, int x and int y, okay, and if I write here int z is equal to x plus y, this will not work. Why it will not work? Because we have declared the variable, we have made the container, but we haven't stored any value, we haven't stored any literal value inside those variables. Okay, that is why if you compile this, it will give you an error. What is the error? Variable x might not have been initialized. Okay, so the variable must hold some literal before you can use that variable in an expression. Okay, so let's fix this. Let's say int x is equal to 9. Now if I compile, now also we'll have an error that variable y might not have been initialized. So y must also be given some value, and now we are fine. See, the class is compiled with no errors. Okay, so that is how it works. Variable should have been assigned some literal before it can be used in an expression. Similarly, the case is with the minus operator. I will not be explaining this because it is self-explanatory. Okay, all of you can understand this. Only the symbol has changed. Only instead of plus, here we have got minus. So I'll not be explaining it here. And one more important point, that when you use arithmetic operator, that means the operand must be in the form of either byte or short or int or long. Okay, there is float and double also you can use, and there is one more type, string. String can also be used with plus operator. Okay, how? For example, let's make two string here. String s1 is equal to my, and string s2 is equal to school. Okay, we have got two string variables s1 and s2. Okay, s1 is holding my and s2 is holding school. Okay, now let's see how the plus operator can be applied to these strings. So if I make a third string variable and I say s1 plus s2, okay, that means s1 will be replaced by my and s2 will be replaced by school, and they will be joined. Okay, so when the operands are in the form of string, the plus will act as a concatenation operator. It will join the strings. Okay, so it will join my and school. It will join the two strings and make it into a single string. So it becomes my school, and this my school string will be assigned into S3. Let's see the output for this. So as you can see, I have printed the value of S3, okay, and S3 is printing my school, okay, and there is no space in between my and school, because if you see, S1 has got my without any space and S2 is also without any space. But let's say if I add a space here before S, if I give a space, and let's compile it and now execute, so you can see that now the output is different. Now S3 is holding mine space school. Okay, so this is how plus operator works on strings as well. Okay, so among the arithmetic operators, only this plus operator can be applied upon strings. If you talk about other arithmetic operators such as minus, division, remainder, all these operators will not work, cannot work on strings. Let me just show you the example. If I write here minus and compile it, so you can see that we have got an error. Okay, bad operand. See, the error is showing you bad operand. That means what? Minus cannot be applied on a string kind of operand. So subtraction, division will give you the division. And one more important point, okay. See, 38 divided by 5. This is known as integer division. Because when you divide 38 by 5, so 5 sevens is 35. So if you divide 38 by 5, the result will be 7. Okay, it will not be 7 point something. Okay, so if you continue with the division, that means you can put a decimal here and it will be actually 7.6, isn't it? But since 38 and 5 both are integers, the result will also be an integer. Okay, 0.6 will not be taken into consideration. The result will be 7. . So int x is equal to 38 divided by 5. So the value of x will be what? It will be 7, right? But in the second case, we have got 38 divided by 5.0. Here we have, in the third case, we have got 38.0 divided by 5, and the final case is 38.0 and 5.0 division. Okay. Now in all these three cases, there is at least one operand which is in the real form, which is in the decimal form. That means what? The result will also come in the decimal form only. Okay, so 38 divided by 5.0 will give you 7.6. 38.0 divided by 5 will also give you 7.6. And of course, when both are double, so both are decimals, the result will be 7.6 only. Okay. So this point is very important. If both the operands are integers, the result will be an integer, and if any one operand is in the decimal form, the result will also be in the decimal form only. So let's try to understand this. If I write here 5.0 and try to assign the value in x, this will give me an error. What is the error? Incompatible types. Incompatible types. Try to understand the error here. See, it's a BlueJ or any other compiler will give you the exact error. Okay. In this case, it is saying that it's a incompatible types. So where is the incompatibility? Where? So if you see, here we have got int, right? But since the expression here is 38 divided by 5.0, the result will be in a double data type, isn't it? So we are trying to assign a double data into an integer data, which is not possible. Okay, so that is why the error is coming. If I make this double, we are good to go. Okay, so you can see that there is no more error. Okay, so this point is clear. Remainder operator will give you the remainder. Now some students they get confused between the division operator and the remainder operator. See, whenever you apply this forward slash, the division operator, it will give you the quotient. It will give you the quotient, whereas this modulus operator will give you the remainder. Okay, so always remember the difference. Division operator gives you the quotient, and the remainder operator or the modulus operator gives you the remainder. Okay, so this is a very simple program here. 13 has been assigned to x, 2 has been assigned to y. Okay, so after this line, wherever x and y is used, x will be 13 and y will be 2. Okay, so system.out.println x plus y evaluates 2. Now remember, whatever is written within the double quotes, it will simply get printed on the screen as it is. Okay, without any changes. Okay, so x plus y evaluates to x plus y. Okay, so x plus y here is, it is not enclosed within double quotes. That means what? X will be taken as the variable x and y will also be taken as the variable y. And what is x variable holding? It is holding 13. And what is y variable holding? It is holding 2, right? So 13 plus 2 will be, it will be 15. Okay, so a very simple program, nothing much to explain here. Let's move on. Okay, I've already shown you the example for the unary operator, right? How the unary operator is used for negating a value and for making a positive value. Okay. Okay, I have given a brief example about the plus operator, how it can be applied on string. So you see, when you write 6 within double quotes, that means it is not an integer literal anymore. Remember, it is not an integer literal anymore. So when 6 or any number, if you write within double quotes, it is not an integer literal anymore. It becomes a string literal. Okay. Similarly, if I write this 5 inside double quotes, this 5 is not an integer literal anymore. Okay. So don't expect this plus operator to act as the arithmetic operator. Don't expect that this plus will give you 11. Why? Because the operands are not in the form of number. Okay, the operands are not numbers, they are strings, and whenever there is a string associated with this plus symbol, they will be joined. Okay, you can call this as the join operator. Okay, it will not perform as an arithmetic operator, rather it will perform as a join operator, and it will be joining string 6 and it will be joining string 5, right? String 6 is joined with string 5. So the result will be what? 65. Again, 65 is a string, it's not an integer. Okay, so the result is string 65, right? Now here in the second example, plus operator is used, and what are the operands? String ROM space and string 39. Okay, so room space 39. So if the plus operator is applied upon these two operands, the result will be room space 39. Similarly, here also in the third example, we have got the plus operator, and this will not be the arithmetic, this will not work as arithmetic operator, it will work as join operator. Okay, so 15 space will be joined with August, so it will become 15 space August. Okay, so remember this, remember that whenever plus is used with string, it becomes the join operator, or in other words, it is also known as the concatenation operator. Okay, concatenation operator. Okay, so we are done with arithmetic operators. So I'll stop here, and in the next video I will be discussing the relational operator. Thank you.